There's this nationwide pedophile network that is for very powerful people that's connected to the CIA. People just didn't want to hear that at that point. William Barr was the Attorney General under Bush 1 that covered up Franklin. And then he was also the Attorney General under Trump's first administration, and he covered up Epstein. So William Barr is a cover-up guy, and he's been with the CIA forever.
Born Lawrence E. King, a guy who grows up in poverty, goes on to become an intelligence officer in Vietnam, comes back to the States afterward, finds himself in Omaha, and manages to take over this failing credit union. Turning it around, bringing in all kinds of money, Larry was making connections and throwing these wild and lavish parties. Larry King was on top of the world. Then came the night of the raid. Originally arrested for embezzlement, that soon pivoted when the investigations looked into a child trafficking ring. So the Franklin Committee forms, headed by Senators Loren Schmidt and John DeCamp, to investigate it all, with 7 previous victims of King stepping forward, claiming things he had done, including satanic rituals, cannibalism, and sexual abuse.
What we developed there was that children were being taken out of orphanages and foster homes, driven to Sioux City, Iowa, 184 miles away, and flown to Washington, D.C. for sexual abuse parties with congressmen and senators.
That's what was so compelling. Never had we heard of anything like this happening. I mean, this was the original Epstein Island. So Schmidt and DeCamp go to the FBI about one of their suspects, Police Chief Robert Wadman. Well, it just happened that head FBI agent Nick O'Hara was best friends with Wadman. And they were told by O'Hara if they went after Wadman, they would be taking on the entire FBI itself. DeCamp and company were smeared in the media. Then PI Gary Caradori is brought in to help with investigations. He then meets Alicia Owen, who claims to be a victim of Omaha Police Chief Robert Wadman. Gary then meets Rusty Nelson, Larry's personal photographer, who claims he has all the photos of Larry committing all these acts. He ends up flying to Chicago to meet Rusty, and after gathering the photos from him, that's when the case took a turn for the worst. Gary Caradori and his 8-year-old son die unexpectedly as their plane disintegrates mid-flight. So the guy that had all the information about the investigation suddenly dies. What the hell is going on?
You know that Larry King was taking boys out of Boys Town? Oh, yeah, I don't think there was really nobody else that didn't know that? That didn't know that. No, they know. They make complaints every week on rape and molestation. They know that.
Larry King was, I would say, the center of transporting the children around the country.
You literally have to have bricks for brains to take on the FBI in this country. And that's exactly what you have to do this properly. They now, in my opinion, in my investigation, are the architects of the covenant.
This is really a horrible story.
You're saying there was ties